Happy Dr. King Day, everybody. Shout out to everybody tuning in. All my cast offs worldwide. Y'all know what a cast off is. A cast off is being who you are, even when it's unpopular, when your thoughts and what you stand for is different in the crowd. You are a cast off. And I'm on 3 different phones. I'm on Instagram right here. I'm on Facebook right here. And I'm on YouTube right here. And today's topic, my thoughts and how I feel about Dr. Martin Luther King and what Dr. King Day mean to me. Um, my thoughts on Lil Nas X mocking Jesus and my Detroit Lions finally winning the playoff game. I was just happy for us even going and winning the division, but I got a lot of different topics. So everybody who tuned in, make sure I hit the like button. And I just told y'all the topics. Which topic do y'all want me to talk about first? Do y'all want me to talk about my thoughts on Dr. King Day, my thoughts on Lil Nas X mocking Jesus, or the Detroit Lions winning? Which one do y'all want me to talk about first? Go Lions. Shout out. You know what? I love Detroit Lions fans, man. I believe we the most loyal sports fans in all the sports, man. We done went through losing my whole lifetime for real. And we went through a 0-16 season. And to see people still rooting and packing out the stadium, that just shows something. It's so easy to say I'm a New England Patriots fan. Y'all win all the time or something like that. And so I have a special place in my heart for Detroit Lions fans. And when you see a Detroit Lions fan, you just not going to see somebody out of town with some Lions stuff on and keep it pushing. You know that person is a diehard when you see a Detroit Lions fan out of town. If y'all don't know, I live in Atlanta. And so when I see a Detroit Lions fan, we always stop and chop it up. But which topic? Which topic would y'all prefer me to talk about first? My thoughts, you know what? Y'all ain't gonna respond. So I'm gonna just start off with Happy Dr. King Day. My thoughts on Dr. King Day. It shows when you put your purpose first, and your purpose is what you feel you were put on this earth to do, and you put God first with it, you could damn near do the impossible. So for a man born in a segregated South, where you couldn't even, y'all know what segregation was and stuff like that. And so I don't even feel like getting into the details. But for this guy in this country to have a national holiday named after him, that wasn't nothing but him putting his purpose first and God getting involved. And it just showed when you follow what God put in your heart, whether it's right or wrong or people disagree. If you go for what you believe God put you here to do, man, God will get involved and you can move mountains. And to me, for him to have a national holiday after himself is basically moving a mountain, in my opinion. Now, that's what the holiday mean to me. So what do Dr. King mean to me personally, right? We got different philosophies on a lot of stuff. We both believe in Christ. Um, and we both believe in a betterment for our people, but we kind of thought about going about it differently. Well, I ain't did shit like him, but I'm just saying, but like Dr. King, what he meant to me is he showed me the definition of a man. And, I have these debates with women, that's not a real man. Not talking about Dr. King, but a real man to do this, real man to do that. And then we have these men, well, a real woman do that. And I think it's both out of bounds. A man shouldn't be telling what a real woman do, and a woman shouldn't be saying what a real man is. And in my opinion, a definition of a real man first is to be total self-accountable. Total self-accountable in your bullshit. And so you can't blame everybody else for your own bullshit. You just take it on the chin, accept it, and you correct it. You can make correction. That's the first thing about being a man is total self-accountability. 2 is whatever you say you believe in, wherever you say you stand on, whatever you talk about, or you willing to give your life about it. You willing to give your freedom about it. You willing to lose every dime about what you believe in. And that's a man, bro. And so a lot of people, a man take care of his kid, a man provide. Some males just good financially, bro, and are givers. But that don't mean he a man. He just might be a financially responsible weasel peon. And so Dr. King said he believed in this, and he put his life on the line about it. And what all these people who sit back and do is say, I believe in this. Somebody should do something. Somebody else should do something. And then sit back and critique how somebody else doing it. And so what he did is he went front line of it, and people from the sideline critiquing what he should and shouldn't do, but ain't gonna do a damn thing, but just sit there and be keyboard warriors or giving their opinion, but not doing nothing about it. And so that's a man to me. And so that's the definition of a real man to me. You know what I'm saying? And so when you say you believe in something and you would give your life or your freedom for it, that is a man. Now, it's I always go to the Dr. King Museum. I love taking my son to the Dr. King Museum. It's on Auburn Avenue in Atlanta, right? And so, I believe, it's a debate how uh, Elijah Muhammad believed and what he believed, but it was both for the betterment of black people. Elijah Muhammad believed in separation. You feel me? Like, no, we don't have to sit in with them. We don't have to go to their restaurants, their school. We need to build our own things up. Build our own things up and be self-sufficient. And we look how Chinatown function. They ain't worried about the white man and who this president and all that. They got their own self-sufficient thing. So that was more of what Elijah Muhammad was going on, and Dr. King was pushing like, no, we American citizens, we died in all these wars and stuff like that. We should be amongst each other. But I agree with Dr. King on the fact, like, now I believe with Elijah Muhammad too, but Dr. King saying, even if we do build our own up as a man, bro, I should have the right to go where I want in a country that we dying in wars about, bro. And so I agree with both, and at the end of the day, we got to realize, man, Dr. King died as a kid, bro. For real, Dr. King died a very young man, so a lot of his philosophies might have would have changed, man. Dr. King, I know y'all be like, he wasn't no kid. Come on, man. When you get older as a man, you realize, like, man, I wasn't even no real man till I hit 39. For real, we mature slow, and so that's what I believe. And so that's what I believe, but he did a lot of great things in this world, and I don't think he get enough credit for it because I think all jobs should be closed down and stuff like that. And this is not a black man holiday. To me, this is an American holiday because I believe it helped businesses out, period. Like, it's companies, if you only could sell to white people, you have a limit. And we love to spend fucking overspend and blow all our fucking money. And so I believe it helped the economy. It just helped, like, it helped everybody. The NBA, that was a segregated league, the baseball league, and stuff like that. So it helped everybody out in the long run. And I think people who move to America, bro, should be more appreciative because all y'all who come over here, whether you from Africa, whether you from Indian or Asia, a lot of y'all benefit from the black community when y'all put y'all stores and stuff in the black community like that and things like that. And a lot of y'all might not have the freedoms y'all receive right now if it wasn't for Dr. King dying to get laws changed and stuff like that. And so that's my thoughts on Dr. King and Dr. King Day. And I believe he should be celebrated more. You know what I'm saying? And so now my thoughts. Y'all want me to talk about how I feel about the Detroit Lions right now, or would y'all you know what? I'm just gonna outline. Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X. So Lil Nas X had made a video mocking Jesus, right? And my thoughts of that is nobody will say he's anti-Christ. No one will say he's anti-God. He won't get YouTube strikes. He won't lose any money. He won't get banned from any concerts, any shows. He won't lose any of his livelihood. Matter of fact, he will get applauded by a lot of people. And that's just because the community that's behind him run this country, bro. Run the entertainment industry, run the media, and run social media, basically. But if a believer in Jesus ever disagree with anything a Lil Nas X, guess what? He gonna be called anti-gay or a homophobe. And so y'all tell me, it ain't about gay or straight, whether you like men or women, right? In my opinion, it's about a man who in the video went to hell and gave the devil a lap dance and promoting devil this, devil that, right? Can bash someone who preached love God with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Not just love your neighbor, you love yourself. And as you love yourself, you love your neighbor. Do unto others as you want done to you. This man could just make a mockery of this man and not lose a thing. But if you believe in doing unto others as you want done to you, love God with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul. If you make any disagreement about this dude, you would possibly lose your career, lose your YouTube page, lose sponsorships, every fucking thing. And I keep telling y'all, it's a war going on. It ain't got nothing to do with fists, guns, bombs, or nothing. It's a spiritual war going on. It's deeper than just what we think. And so let's just be all the way serious, right? So a man who could promote giving the devil a lap dance, bumping wieners. Not saying if you bump wieners, it ain't got nothing to do with me. To each his own. Those without sin cast the first stone. I do so much wrong, so I ain't throwing stones. But what I'm saying is, if that's your agenda to push that, it's okay for you to disrespect and mock somebody who preaching love, doing to others as you want done to you. You could mock him because this agenda you push with no repercussions. But if somebody else pushing that, doing to others as you want done to you, but they say, if we all bump wieners, how can we keep reproducing? That's all he got to say. And he will be called anti-gay or homophobe. Not saying he hate this person or even disgusted by his lifestyle, anything like that. Only thing he could do is just ask the question. If you want this agenda pushing everybody bump wieners, how can we reproduce? And people who love the agenda being pushed will say this person is preaching hate. Make it make sense, bro. Just make it make sense. Just make it make sense. Make it make sense. Am I wrong? Like, am I wrong? Like, if I'm wrong, I know y'all just sitting here watching me, but please, just let me know. Do y'all, and I won't even get mad if y'all, look, man, I am the most bashed person ever, bro. I've been getting bashed since I came out, used to rap, bro. And then, I'm bashed now, and I do this. I do a lot wrong, bro. So just tell me, do y'all agree or disagree with my take on the Lil Nas X thing? Can y'all please just say agree or disagree? Can y'all just please do me that favor? Please. I'm begging y'all, pretty please, please. Can y'all just say agree or disagree in the comment if y'all watching? Thank you, Connie. Whether you agree or disagree, thank you for leaving a comment. I appreciate that. I think I pour a lot into people, and thank you for just saying something back. That's pouring back into me. Thank you. Agree, agree, agree. And I ain't saying this for everybody to agree with me. Thank y'all for leaving a comment. Thank y'all. Thank you for leaving a comment. Thank you for leaving a comment. Hey, if anybody disagree, I'm not gonna bash y'all. That's just your opinion. If anybody on here disagrees, psh. All right, y'all ready? Okay, I'm gonna move on. I appreciate everybody leaving a comment. I appreciate everybody leaving a comment. Lewis, what up? You just got on here, fam. Man, if I go back, I'm gonna lose track of what I'm talking about next. I'm one track minded. You went to school with me, bro. I was a D minus student, bro. Man. All right. If anybody know me or been watching me on here, y'all know I've been a Detroit Lions fan forever. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, man, dog, man, good looking, bro. I appreciate everybody who left a comment. Now let me go on to the next thing I was talking about. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm only on here 15 minutes. So after I talk about the Lions game, I'm gonna recap everything that I did before I log off, right? My Detroit Lions won, man. And as y'all know, I've been a diehard Detroit Lions fan. We went 0-16 for a season, right? So everybody always asks me, how you be a Detroit Lions fan come from Toledo, Ohio, outside of Toledo, Ohio area? People ask me that, right? But they really don't know. If you from Toledo, you realize like you have more in common with people from Michigan than you do from Ohio, because Ohio, first of all, Toledo used to be Michigan in the 1800s, right? And then if you live on the north side of Toledo, you're probably 5 minutes away from Michigan, because Toledo is literally 10 minutes from the Michigan border. I can get downtown Detroit in 45 minutes. So me being a kid watching sports, right? You ain't thinking about what's the home team and nothing like that. You just rooting for what you see on TV every day. And so on Fox, my whole life I grew up. The Browns wasn't on TV like that. It was the Detroit Lions, and I seen the guy number 20 shaking and baking and stuff like that. I said, I want to go outside and do that. So I'm outside imitating that. And then I realized, like, when I was a kid, my mama bought me this number 20 jersey, them little football fake helmets and shit. And so I'm like, oh, look at this. And I'm watching the game, like, oh my God, look at number 20. And so that's how I became a Detroit Lions fan. And that's the same way I became a Detroit Pistons fan by watching the Detroit Pistons in '86 lose in the playoffs, and then '87 get lose to the Lakers. And so as a kid, I'm watching Detroit Pistons, Detroit Lions, and then when they giving us free tickets at the Frederick Douglass Center to go to a game, it wasn't a Cleveland or Cincinnati game. It was always Detroit, and so it was just natural for me being a Detroit Lions fan. And everybody think everybody in Ohio is Ohio State fans, which is majority is, but in Toledo, it's a good percentage, probably like 30-40% is Michigan fans, because it's so close to Michigan, and the battleground is Toledo with the Ohio State versus Michigan shit. And so that's how I became a Detroit Lions fan and a Detroit Pistons fan and a Detroit Tiger fan. It ain't me living out of town and just rooting for a winning team. That was what was on TV, because we only 45 minutes from Detroit and Toledo, Ohio, and we 2.5 hours from Cleveland and 3.5 hours from Cincinnati. And so that's how I became a Detroit Lions fan. But but yeah, that's a question people like. We want you to rap. I don't want to rap, man. I don't even like the culture no more. And so, and I feel like I'm too old to be making my block songs, and I just don't want to rap. And so that's one of the things. But I really do believe rapping will actually push the message out even more, because it's a certain demographic you can't get teaching and talking like this. A lot of young people ain't glued in, but you rap it to them, they listen, you know what I'm saying? And then people, we want you to preach. Nah, nigga, I ain't about to preach. I love cussing, and I can't stand religious people a lot of time. I believe in Jesus, bro. I believe in Jesus. I believe in God. But religious people make me sick, bro. Like, make me sick. Those, I think religious people bash me more than when I was a part of a neighborhood than the other neighborhood do. You're not a prophet. No, nigga, I ain't never said my name was prophet, bro. That was a name given to me in the neighborhood. But that's what that is about. And so, all right, I'm about to log off in a minute, but I'm gonna do a recap. I talked about Dr. King Day and what Dr. King Day meant to me. It just really showed me, like, if you really do what God put in your heart and walk in your purpose, God will be a part of it. And a guy born in a racist South Georgia could have a national holiday named after him. Man, that ain't nothing but God, bro. That's equivalent to when scripture say you can move a mountain with faith, bro. And so that's what that mean to me. And what Dr. King mean to me, he represent a man, bro. And I know a lot of y'all, man, provide, a man do this. No, a man a lot of times is being total self-accountable. And when you say you believe in something and you willing to give your life for, you willing to do life in prison for, you willing to lose every dime for what you believe in, that's a man. And I think Dr. King personified that, whether you agree with his message or disagree with his message. And so that is so dope to me. And Lil Nas X, my breakdown on that, the whole thing is, it's so crazy where a guy whose whole agenda is to do lap dances with the devil and wiener bump. Not saying if you like wiener bumping, you like it, I love it. I don't wiener bump, and so I ain't here to bash him for wiener bumping. But what I'm saying is, if that's the agenda you push, you could disrespect a man who whole sermon was about love God with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul, and doing the others you want done to you. and you could disrespect him with no consequences, no repercussions. You don't have to lose no shows like the little baby. You don't have to worry about being banned, blackballed, or your favorite word in the black community, canceled. He ain't got to worry about none of that because you disrespected someone like that. But if someone from this who believe in the teachings of Christ or the teachings of anything else and say, I just disagree with that. I disagree with y'all tongue kissing in front of my 7-year-old kid, pushing it down our throat on TV. We can't escape it. Like, if you like Winter Bump and you like it, I love it. But can y'all please just quit pushing it on us? Can y'all please quit pushing it in the schools and stuff like that and just pushing it and forcing it on us? And if you say, I just don't like that, you're gonna be called a homophobe. You're gonna be called anti-gay, and you will get your YouTube channel stroked. I don't make no money on YouTube, and the reason I don't make money on YouTube is because of comments like that. I got demonetized. You will be blackballed. You will not, like, shows can be canceled. Everything. And so my whole thing is, hey man, in the words of Christ, bro, do unto others as you want done to you. And so if you want to be respected for bumping wieners and stuff like that, man, just respect what other people believe in, and you don't have to force it on them or cancel them for disagreeing with you or just going bashing. And so this man get to bash and not bash, but just make a mockery out of somebody who said, doing to others as you want done to you. But if somebody who believe in doing to others you want done to you disagree what Lil Nas X doing, he gonna be called names and banned. And so I just say we should all treat people the way we want to be treated. And I think that's unfair that you can make a mockery out of something like that. But if somebody make a mockery out of something you do, it's gonna be World War V. And I keep telling y'all once again that this war, it's a war going on. It ain't got nothing to do with Russia and y'all know what I mean. It ain't got nothing to do with bombs. It ain't got to do with nothing. It got to do with the spirit, bro. It's a spirit war going on. Scripture teaches us. I can't remember the scripture because it's about time for me to get off of here. But that was my thoughts on the Lil Nas X thing. And shout out to all my Detroit Lions fans worldwide, baby. Boy, man, I still feel good. I down there, I ain't been asleep, man. I've been so hyped, man. Shout out to all my Detroit Lions fans. Y'all know we've been suffering a long time, boy. One pride, boy. Me and my son watched that game last night. And you know, as a Lion fan, I don't care how good stuff going right, man. You done seen that stuff a million times. What can go wrong can't always go wrong for the Lions fans. It's this old saying amongst Lions fans that we say SOL, SOL. When you go to a stadium and we blow a game and lose it, SOL. And that just means same old Lions. But guess what? It ain't the same old Lions, baby. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate everybody. Man, happy Dr. King Day. And make sure y'all celebrate. And Dr. King should leave an example, bro, is walking your purpose, bro. Whatever you believe in, man, walk in it. And don't sit back and shift your responsibility or your beliefs on somebody else and then critique them for what you should be doing. If you believe in it, man, go stand up, man. Give your life for it, man. Give your freedom for it, man. Give your voice for it. Take all the persecution that comes with standing on what you believe in and front line that shit, and don't give your responsibility to somebody else and sit back and nitpick and critique. Man, happy Dr. King Day to everybody. I appreciate everybody from tuning in. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.